Alright, so we're looking back at our story from yesterday, which is the Island of Sorrow. I want you to turn to a partner and I want you to talk to a partner about what we read, what happened in the story, what was the most important details about the story. So look at who you want to share with. Emma's looking at you. Dylan, you're going to share with Elian? Alejandro, who do you want to share with? Merly? Huh? Merly? Okay. Merly, pull your mask up. Okay, Bo and Thomas, you'll think to yourselves, okay? Okay.
Dylan says he wants to do it with
I got it. Okay. Turn. Talk to your partner. What happened in the story? Go.
What do we have with lunch? Question.
Okay. Talk to Dylan. What happened in the story? Dylan. Dylan, talk to him.
Yeah, that terrible. There was like a terrible. And it flooded everywhere. And it was bad. In Puerto Rico.
Merly Alejandro, are you doing it?
And it happened a year ago. And it's a true story of a 15-year-old Salvador Gomez Colon. And this is what it looks like.
Oh, and this boy named his name is Salvador.
We're done.
Salvador Gomez Colon.
Okay. Finish up your sentence and back to your seats, Elian. No. Okay, ready. 5. Back to your seats, Emma Ledger. 4. Back to your seats, Emma Ledger. 3. 2. 1. Okay, Dylan. What did we read about yesterday in the story Island of Sorrow? What did we read about yesterday? Okay, I heard part of it. I didn't hear the last part. So Hurricane Maria came and destroyed what place? What place? Puerto Rico. Okay, who is the main character in this text? Salvador Gomez, right? Colon. Salvador Gomez Colon. Okay. How was Salvador feeling? Scared? Terrified?
Nervous.
What was the most sad thing that happened in the story? What, Liam?
People didn't have phones.
There's no power, not people die.
I know.
What,
Merly?
Some people die. Or electricity.
They didn't have power for many days, months,
And people died.
and a lot of people died. Because why?
Because there's hospitals. They were homeless.
Because hospitals weren't working. They were homeless.
No food.
They didn't have food.
I mean, they did have food, but they didn't have a house.
Some people had houses. What happened with the water?
The water was dirty.
The water was dirty. They couldn't flush their toilets. Their showers couldn't work because the pipes couldn't run water through them. Ledger, focus.
Just put it in the dirty water.
The water was contaminated with human feces and urine. Okay. Okay, so now thinking about what we read yesterday. Ready? Number 1. Close read questions. So find places in the article where author Kristen Lewis describes Puerto Rico before Hurricane Maria. So find in the article where she talks about, or where they talk about, what Puerto Rico looked like, how they described it to you before the hurricane happened. Find the page. Find the page.
It was beautiful and people only went there.
Marley, hold on. Going too fast. Yes.
He described it as a colorful place. It was beautiful.
A colorful place. So what page is that in the text, though?
Well, I don't know what it is.
Okay, so look for the page.
Two.
Look for the page.
Pretty sure it was 2. Pretty sure page 20.
Okay, so let's look at page 2. So number
6.
So 6. So page 6.
A unique place. Yeah, it is number 6. It's the picture.
Okay, a unique place. Puerto Rico is about 1,000 miles southeast of Florida. The island is famous for its beauty. It's part of the U.S., but it is not a state. It is what is known as a territory. Puerto Ricans are U.S. citizens. They follow U.S. laws and elect members of their own government, but they cannot vote in presidential elections. In Congress, they have one representative who cannot vote on laws. One of the island's main industries is tourism. Millions of people visit Puerto Rico every year to enjoy the sandy beaches, sweeping mountains, and lush rainforests. Does that... Pull your mask up. Is that describing to us what Puerto Rico looked like before? Yes. Okay, so what should we write down? Elian, pencil in your hand. Oops, sorry. Okay. So how should we start our sentence? We're answering the question, right? So what the island was mostly like. So we need to start by what we're answering. So Kristen Lewis, write it down. Number 1, Kristen Lewis described, don't write too big because this might be like 2 to 3 sentences. Thank you both for writing it down. Thank you, Emma, for writing it down. Thank you, Dylan, Ariana, Alejandro, for writing it down. Elian, get your pencil. Burley, write.
What's her name?
Describe Puerto Rico as okay, what did it say in the text? Sandy beaches, sweeping mountains, and lush rainforests. So we need to put quotation marks if we're going to copy it straight from the text, because she's the one that said those exact words. Elian? Sandy beaches. Oops, that's not so sandy. Keep writing. Keep writing.
Rainforest.
Sandy beaches, sweeping rainforests, sweeping mountains. Comma, and
Lush rainforests.
lush rainforests. Merly.
I'm writing it.
Looks to me like you're coloring. But we have to describe it before the hurricane. That was after the hurricane. Okay? Sandy beaches, sweeping mountains, and what was it?
Lush
Luscious. Luscious?
Lush.
Lush rainforests. Lush
What is lush?
rainforests. quotation marks, period. Elian, lo estás copiando.
Wait, let's talk
Dale.
about.
Yes.
Don't you put the period like in between the S and the quotation mark?
If it were a whole sentence that we're copying from her, then yes. But it's not a whole sentence. We're finishing our sentence with her quotation, with her quote. Okay. Does she describe the island in a mostly positive, neutral, or negative way? So from reading this, what were you imagining in your head? Positive, neutral, like it's all right, like it's an okay island, or is it negative? What's she talking about?
Very positive.
Positive, right? Okay, so let's say she describes the island, full sentences, okay? Oops. Elian, te lo voy a quitar y ya no te los voy a regresar. Escribiendo. And a positive way. Period.
Well, I thought that said Islam for some.
It's spelled Islam, but it's pronounced island. Elian. Ya es la tercera vez que te recuerdo. Estamos copiando.
I don't have it.
What do you need, Thomas? This paper? This one right here, the closed read questions? Okay, start reading question number 2. Oh, sorry. Please do not get injured while being at your desks. Keep going. Read question number 2. Come on, okay. Number 2. Think about what the article would be like if Lewis, the author, right, had not included the descriptions of Puerto Rico before Hurricane Maria. So think about that. So think about if she did not say this, okay? Then explain how her descriptions of pre-hurricane Puerto Rico affect your reaction as you read about the storm's destruction.
Can you write stuff in our own words?
Dylan. Okay, so what should you be thinking about? If she did not describe it in a positive way or what it looked like before, what would be your thoughts about Puerto Rico? Think about it. Ledger?
My thoughts are probably is a really poor and not wealthy country, and there was no surprise. But when she described this, I was like, oh, it's not.
Okay. So Ledger said that he thought of the island, the territory, as a poor and not wealthy place.
What?
But then after she described this, he realized that's actually a beautiful place that went through a lot of destruction, right?
I've never been.
Me either. Elian, ¿qué buscas? Tapa boca. Take off your hood, please. Okay, so let's think about that. So she described and then we knew what it looked like before. She described and then we knew what it looked like after the hurricane, right? If she did not describe what it looked like before, think about this. Would you be able to think about how bad of the hurricane was? Or would you just think it was already horrible and now they just have dirty water? So think about how it helps you to think in your head, even though you're not there, even though you weren't there when it happened, how bad the hurricane was, right? Elian, siéntese. Lo único que necesitas es tu lápiz. Okay. So your sentence starter for number 2. So we say Lewis apostrophe. Lewis's description. Yes, Ariana?
Do states have capital cities?
States? Yes. Every state does.
Well, what's Utah's?
That's for later.
What's Utah's capital?
Thomas, take your hood off, please. Focus. Thank you, Thomas. Lewis's description affected my reaction Your sentence starter is always what the question you are answering. Thank you, Mohammed. Elian, writing. Lewis's description affected my reaction because now you put in, what did it help you picture? What did it make you think as you were reading? Elian, ven aquí. Elian, 1. Elian, ¿qué necesitas? ¿Un lápiz? ¿Necesitas un lápiz? Dime sí o no. Elian, habla. ¿Qué necesitas? ¿Ah? Ahorita no estamos pensando en la llave, ahorita estamos enfocando en que tú vas a cumplir todo lo que yo te estoy diciendo. So here's what I would say. Lewis's description affected my reaction because it helped me to compare the hurricane's destruction. Okay, so I said Lewis's description affected my reaction because it helped me to compare the hurricane's destruction. Okay, start reading number 3 once you are done writing. I'm coming around to check and giving stamps and clipping students up or down. Okay, start reading number 3.
So that means
Yes, Ariana?
do $1,000 bills exist?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, my dad.
Okay, number.
My dad has one from Germany.
Okay, number 3. Ready?
You know, also,
Okay. Number 3. I'm going to need to pull mine up a little bit, so quickly. On page 7, Lewis writes that Puerto Rico faced special challenges in its recovery. Unemployment and poverty, a failing economy, and infrastructure in disrepair. So why would these factors have made the recovery particularly challenging? So we're making an inference, okay? So we're thinking about why would it be hard to recover as a whole territory? Thomas, please don't. Ledger.
I said it would be challenging for Puerto Rico because they wouldn't have lots of resources or money to rebuild buildings.
Okay, I like his sentence starter. So let's use Ledger's sentence starter, which is how what he's answering. So he said, it would be challenging for Puerto Rico because, okay, write it down. Here's the sentence starter. So why would it be hard? They have unemployment, they have poverty, which means that they have communities that don't have enough money to live on a daily basis, a failing economy, and infrastructures that are in disrepair. So remember, infrastructure is like the base of a building. So they have infrastructures that cannot be repaired or that need to be repaired. So now think about that. What if you were living like that right now? What would be the most challenging thing about this?
To stay alive.
It would be hard to stay alive. Why?
Because you might get something. And because you're only living in dirty water.
Okay.
You could get COVID-19 and COVID-19.
So what about unemployment? That was before COVID-19, so that's not right now. So if you don't have unemployment, you can't what? So if you're unemployed, you're not making money, right? And if you're not making money, can you pay to get your house fixed?
No.
Okay, so would that be one challenge?
And all the resources on the island to rebuild houses would be gone because of the
Good. They have a failing economy, which means they don't have the things that they need to fix the buildings either. They don't have the materials. Elian, ponte los zapatos. Okay, so pick one thing and write it down. Finish the sentence. So it would be challenging for Puerto Rico because
Can I tell you what I wrote?
yes, Noah, please do.
It would be challenging to recover because they need to start at the beginning. No food, no fresh water, no house, no money, no car/gas.
Okay, I like that. It would be challenging for Puerto Rico because they are forced to start at the beginning. No food,
No
No fresh water.
No.
No purified. No fresh / purified. Because if it's not purified, they can't drink it.
Well, I mean, they could, but then they would die.
They would get bacteria. They would get an infection. And if they get an infection, they have to go to the hospital. But if they can't go to the hospital because the hospital's broken,
And they could start coronavirus.
It's not broken. It's just not working.
well, some buildings were broken.
Not at 100%.
Yes, and some buildings were broken. So some hospitals were broken.
Some hospitals have.
Okay, start at the they have to start at the beginning. No food, no fresh / purified water, destroyed homes, and no money.
Wait, but they have a bank. So they
Got destroyed.
But the banks got destroyed and they didn't have electricity, so people can't access their money if all their money's in the bank. And no money. Period.
No gas.
No gas for cars. That's as much as I can fit. If you can fit more. Okay. Finish this up.
Once you're done,
And then we'll finish questions 4 and questions 5 tomorrow. Sorry, Mohammed. So make sure your name is on your paper. You can put both of those away in a folder in your desk and ready for tomorrow, okay? It's almost lunch. It's Lexia time.